everyone, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. Today you join me bright and early up here in Covent Garden here in London for the 2018 Gumball 3000. Now this year is a very special year for Gumball as it's their 20th anniversary rally. So it's a massive event. I think there's over 150 cars doing the whole rally, and the rally in question goes from here in Covent Garden all the way over to Tokyo in Japan. So it's going to be a mega journey for these guys. Some of the cars are already lined up here in Covent Garden, so let's go take a look. So I've just come across the Team Salamone Aventador SV Roadster. Now to be honest with you, it's actually really cool to finally see this car in person because I've seen so many photos and videos of it online over the years. But now having it right in front of me here is actually kind of surreal. Obviously it's come all the way from the States. But yeah, it looks absolutely crazy with the purple Tron lines along with the chrome wrap and then matching wheels as well. Now even though this thing isn't going on the rally, it's still pretty awesome to see it just sat here in Covent Garden. So new P1 GTR for me, finished in obviously yellow with the black stripes and accents. It's got a full black wing, which I've never seen before on a P1 GTR. It actually looks kind of cool, though it is kind of subtle. It kind of does blend in, it looks like it doesn't really have a wing. But it also does have those black bonnet stripes up there. It looks awesome. This might just be the car of the rally for me. 288 GTO, finished in yellow. This is the first yellow 288 GTO I've seen, and it's come all the way from Victoria in Australia. How insane is that? We've also got a pretty awesome LFA next to that from Switzerland. Honestly, the cars are out in force this year. It is absolutely incredible. Check out the rally lights on the front of this AMG GTR. How awesome does that look? Pretty professionally done as well. It looks like it's a permanent kind of modification. It looks awesome, and it's kind of candy red with all the stickers on as well. Tell you what, if I just run down this line patch, because we've got a pretty awesome selection of cars. Obviously we've got the AMG GTR, the 4x4 squared behind this massive pillar. We have a 300 AMG, I think it's called. It's obviously a 300 SL, but it has a modern AMG engine. Not really sure anything else about the car, but I think it's got this kind of Sterling Moss inspired livery, as you can probably see down the side. It looks awesome. And it's actually a really nice change from all the kind of modern supercars and hypercars to see something classic like this and the 288 GTO, which I touched on a little bit earlier. Next to that we've got an Aventador SV, finished in a very nice matte red. Next to that an 812 Superfast in a digital print wrap. And then next to that is a 720S as well. And then down there there's some other cars which I don't think are actually going on the rally, such as that Huayra, just a bit like the P1 GTR I showed you, which is kind of just here for show. But yeah, not a bad lineup. Award for the best spec 812 Superfast goes to... This thing looks insane. As far as I know, this is actually paint. I'm not sure on the actual colour name, but the only Gumball wrap, I suppose you could say, is the stickers that you see over the car. The black wheels and the yellow calipers as well. It looks awesome. Come from America as well. So cool to see so many cars from all over the world, and that's the thing with Gumball. You get cars even from the UK, America, and God knows where else, all come to the same place and share an awesome 3,000-mile road trip. And that for me is why I love Gumball so much. So at this point in the video, the crowds got so unbearable that it was impossible to do a live segment on camera at the time. But as you can see on camera at the moment, the Gumball cars are starting to filter through from the start line and getting on their way to Tokyo. Now, like I'll mention in the remainder of this video, the footage I got wasn't completely up to my standard. I wasn't totally happy with it, purely because there were so many people around. It did make it quite difficult. But hopefully this gives you an idea about what the general atmosphere was like and show what a crazy event this really was. That was crazy. The amount of people there made it so difficult to get some decent footage. I hope it kind of came out alright. There's some awesome cars on this year's rally. They're currently, as I speak right now, on their way down to the Channel Tunnel, I believe, to head on into France and mainland Europe. But yeah, they've got a week of pretty much non-stop driving all the way over to Tokyo. I believe they're driving down to Milan, and then from there catching a plane over to Japan. But yeah, I'm currently sat in my car with the air conditioning on, having a bit of lunch, and then I think I'm going to head on into central London, because it's a lovely day here. It's a Sunday, and I'm sure there'll be some other cars around there. So yeah, after a non-stop morning here for Gumball, I expect nothing different over in central London. Every day that you see an SLR 722S. This thing is currently parked with the roof down, and that kind of shows just how hot it is today here in London. It's well over 30 degrees. We've also got a really nice Victac GT2RS in front of that. And as well as that, we have a 488 Spider, yeah, Spider, just driving past as well. Not a bad little lineup. These things look so cool together. Nice is this little 356 Speedster. I have no idea if it's original or not, if it's legit. I would like to get a closer look at this guy in it, so I don't really want to be too awkward. But either way, it looks awesome, finished in kind of a cream with a red interior. Looks so cool to sat here on London streets. We've also got very nice Turbo S, which actually sounds insane. We'll have some of that. That is lovely. Not gonna lie, that was my second lunch of the day, but it's been a long day. I needed a second lunch. But to be fair, it's actually been quite a quiet afternoon compared to this morning, but I think anything would. It was just madness. I think I got some pretty terrible footage, but you get the idea about what cars were there. It was pretty awesome. But anyway, second lunch done. Back to supercar spotting. So, just been driving around in Mayfair and have come across this triple layer yellow, I think, 812 Superfast. It looks as if there's starting to be quite a few 812s here in London. This one, I believe, has come from the Middle East. He's just on transfer plates. But these wheels, to me, they seem almost chrome. I don't know if that really picks up very well on camera, but they're kind of, I don't know, brushed aluminium, something like that. But they're brighter than just standard grey wheels. As well as that, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to really pick this up, but it's got brown interior. You probably might be able to see it there. And also the yellow striping and accents inside. Very out there spec, I must say, but it does work. Looking awesome, just sat here chilling in Mayfair. This thing is an absolute beast. This is no standard 6x6 either. It's a Mansory, I believe, one-off edition. Now previously this thing was wrapped, I think, blue camo. And it came from the Middle East, but it's now been sold, I believe, to a new owner, which is in the UK, obviously. This thing is actually covered in carbon around the rear lights, around the, quite frankly, ridiculous wheel arches here, down through to the sill, and you know what, it just goes on for days. But as well, not that you can really see right now, this thing, I believe, has a full blue custom interior. I think that's what makes it one-off, but it's got some pretty hefty tints on it, so I can't really show you, but just how ridiculous does this thing look? To be honest, I dare to hear what the fuel economy on that thing is like driving around London. It's probably going to be the most unnecessary car for the London streets and traffic, but you know what? It looks insane. So the day is coming to an end here in London, but I thought that I'd park the car in a nice little spot because it's probably going to be the last time that I'm going to be taking this thing up here to London, because obviously it's for sale at the moment if you guys have seen the last video on the channel. But yeah, it's going to be quite sad to see this thing go. But if you want to learn more about why I'm deciding to sell it, then go check out that video because it explains all. Anyway, it's been a fantastic day up here today. So much has been going on. We've had the Gumball, and then we've also had a little bit of supercar spotting. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. If you have, then make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.